next is collecting like terms. Collecting like terms. Now, what does like terms mean? Like terms means um separating those that look alike from those that don't look like them. That's like terms. So for instance, we can say mathematics. Let me say mathematics and English. Mathematics is one, two, three, and so on. That's numbers. Why English is A, B, C, and so on. That's alphabet. So you have numbers and alphabet. Now, most times in calculations, you have numbers in the calculation, alphabets in the calculation, or combination of numbers and alphabets in the calculation. So collecting like them simply means separating the numbers from the alphabet, or separating the numbers and alphabet from the other one that does not look like them. So for instance, you have something like 2 plus A plus 7C plus 3B plus C plus 5. Something like this. Now you see 2 is a number, A is an alphabet. You cannot take 2 and A together. 7C is a combination of a number and an alphabet. 3B, same thing. You have C, an alphabet, and 5, a number. So you see, they are of different terms. They are different terms. This is a number, alphabet, and the rest of them. So when we say collecting, like when you want to solve something like this, most times what you do is you collect like terms. You take the ones that look alike to a particular place and the ones that don't look like them to another place. So if we are taking these two first, we have 2. Which other one looks like a number alone, which is 5. So we have plus 5. Now we don't have any other one that looks like a number alone. So we can go for alphabet now. We have A, which is plus A. Now, which one look like? This is 7C. This 7C is not the same thing as A, because 7C is a combination of a number and an alphabet, while A is just an alphabet. So we cannot pick this 7C and A to be like terms. They are not like terms. What we look for is the one that has only alphabet, like A, which is what? C. So we have plus C. So we're left with this now, which is 7C and 3B. They are both like terms. So we see these two are like terms. These two are like terms, these two are like, and that is all what they do in collecting like terms. As simple as that. Why do you collect like terms? Because most times when you want to add, subtract numbers, when you subtract terms, you cannot add or subtract on like terms. What you can only add and subtract are like terms. So you have to collect like terms first before you be able to add and subtract. So for instance, we have something of this nature: 2A plus 3B minus 3A minus 5B is equal to 0. Now we have something like this. I want to solve something like this. Maybe we are looking for a number or a term or something like this. Now we cannot say 2A plus 3B to give us what? 5AB. No, it does not work like that. We have to collect like them because A and B are two different alphabets. So we cannot add 2A plus 3B. We have to take all the A's to one side and all the B's to another side. So we can start with the A. We have 2A, then we have minus 3A. Minus 3A. Do we have any other A again? No. The next is what? Plus 3B. So we have plus 3B. Then we have minus 5B. Minus 5B is equal to 0. Now we have collected like terms. So now we've collected like terms. Now we can easily now do the addition or the subtraction. So we have 2A minus 3A, which will give us minus A. Or we can just pick out this A, which is common term, which is a common term. We'll bring out the common term. So if we bring out this A and this A, we have a single A. Now, if we divide this 2A by this single A, we're left with what? 2 minus. Divide this 3A by this single A, we're left with what? 3. The same thing happened here. We bring out B, we are left with what? 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. Something like that. So what I just did is I brought out this A as a single term. Then these other alphabet, these other numbers here, I put them in the bracket. The same thing I did to that particular place. So now we can easily subtract the alphabet to give us what? Minus 1 plus B gives us what? Minus 2 is equal to 0. So A times minus 1 will give us what? Minus A. Then minus 2 times B will give us what? Minus 2B is equal to 0. So we have something like that. So we can easily multiply through by minus 1 so that we'll remove this minus minus. Or you just change the sign on the left hand side and right hand side. I mean, whatever you do to the left hand side, also do it to the right hand side. So if we change the sign of this minus A, we have plus A. Change the sign of this minus 2B, we have plus 2B. The sign of 0 remains 0. So we have A plus 2B equal to 0. Automatically, our A is equal to what? Minus 2B. That is that. Or our B is equal to minus A over 2. As the case may be, whichever one want to make the subject of the formula. So that's another thing we'll be talking about for making the subject Okay, subject of the formula. So in this case now, what I would have done is we have made A the subject of the formula. What this means is separate A alone, then you other the other term should be on the other side of the equality sign. Now if we are to make B the subject of the formula from this place, we have A plus 2B is equal to 0. And for instance, we are to make B the subject of the formula. What it means is we remove this A here, so we have to, this is plus A. So what, to remove this plus A, we have to introduce the opposite sign of that particular term. And the opposite sign of plus A is what? Minus A. So we have plus A minus A plus 2B, and whatever I do to the left hand side, also do it to the right hand side. So since we have added minus A to the left hand side, automatically we add minus A to the right hand side. So this A cancel this minus A, we are left with what? 2B is equal to what? 0 minus A is what? Minus A. So the next thing is we're having 2 times B. Now to remove this 2 times B, we have to divide it by 2. Now to remove plus, you introduce minus of the term. Now to remove divide, you introduce multiplication. The same thing, to remove minus, you introduce plus of that term, and to remove multiplication, you introduce division. So since we are removing multiplication here, 2 times b, we introduce division of that particular term. So we divide it by the particular term, 2. And whatever is to the left hand side, to the right hand side also. So this 2 goes off with this 2. We're left with b is equal to minus half a. So now we've made B the subject of the formula. That is subject of the formula. So I've used one stone to kill two birds, both collecting like term or subject of the formula. So when you say make the particular term the subject of the formula, you can easily, what it means is you separate other things from that term, make that term alone, keep that term alone on one side of the equality sign, while the rest of them are on the second side of the equality sign. I have a video on subject of the formula where I applied board mass and sort of the formula also in the particular video. The link will be in the description, so you can click on that link, you watch it, and you see how this sort of the formula is being done in practical sense. So this is collecting like terms. So the next one is cross multiplication. When do we cross multiply? So most people don't know how to cross multiply. Some people just see a question, and while they are solving, they just say cross multiply, but they don't know that this particular point we don't have to cross multiply. Or